Oh my God. Yo. Yeah. Oh man. I'm feeling kind of dusty, a little crusty. At times I'm musty. But you know what? You're gonna get it right, baby. Is this charging at all? No, it's not. Damn. Make sure it's charging. I'm trying to charge up my stuff. Man, this is the shortest living vacuum cleaner ever, man. Trying to get this car right. Hopefully. Yeah, I'll charge this for the ride home. But enough of the shenanigans. I'm out on our way to the cribbo. Nah, actually, I gotta make a stop at Big Y. I gotta get my proper lunch items. I had some. I always get like a chicken salad, but I just gotta get some more chicken salad. That's all. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Chicken salad. I'm on that, trying to get on that crunchy string bean, green bean wave with a little bit of salt, a little bit of oil, a little bit of pepper to get me off the potato chips. Eventually, like I'm telling you, if I could eliminate or severely reduce my liking of the potato chips, yo, I don't really have no bad habit. You take away that, I don't really got no bad habits, man. I'm like, Jesus. Well, no, I do got some bad habits, but I mean eating wise. But yo, today is special, man. Today is episode. I did this 100 times. Like something making a sound like the bubbles, the air bubbles from my water bottle was making like a light farting sound. And I thought, I was like, oh man, there's something going on under the hood again. Nah, but it ain't my car. It's this water bottle. I'm just paranoid. Hey, what's going on, Alara? Hey, anybody that hopped in now, please hit them thumbs up. This is my 100th time. I've been doing this. I did this 100 times, man. You say you've been farting on the bowl for the last 20 minutes. Listen, whenever I go to the bathroom because of my old intestines, I average an hour. It takes me an hour. And I'm never done. Like, it's always something there. Like, my bowels aren't going to be fully evacuated until my soul evacuates this body. That's the only time my bowels are going to be fully gone. You know, what up, Bone Dog and Alara? Yo, anybody that's hopping in, this 23 people, yo, keep liking, keep hitting the thumbs up. I don't need a bag for this. But come on, YouTube got to, like they got to know, man, I've been consistent for the past 100 episodes. This is episode 100. This is week number 20 that I've done this in a row. You say you've already been on. You got to drink some more water, dog. Drink some more water, man. Drink some water. You know what I'm saying? You get your fiber up. You should be eating, and this is me too. We should be eating more fruits and more vegetables than we do anything else. Like fruits and vegetables be the top thing. Thank y'all for liking. I see 762 kilo. You wrote $5, but do you donate? See, that's the thing. I've been consistent doing this, entertaining y'all for the past 20 weeks. Now, I don't go 7 days in a row. You know what I'm saying? I do 5 days at a time, right? I mean, yeah, 5 days and I take weekends off. But I did this for 100 episodes. If I have not proven to y'all that I'm consistent with this, that I'm serious about this, if I wasn't entertaining, y'all would not pop in and talk to me, you know? And then when you get on my channel, you see I got stand-up comedy, I got a little bit of music, I got acting. It's everything, a little bit of gaming. My gaming is probably pretty boring. I gotta get a camera for the gaming to make that, or get a not a camera but a headset. You don't really gotta see me, but if you could hear my frustration and me talking trash to the TV a little bit more, I think that would make the gaming aspect of the podcast, not the podcast, but the channel, a little bit better. But baby steps. But I've more than proven this, man. So I asked those that want to see me get better and expand with this program. Yo, look in the description of this video. Scroll to the bottom. Hit your boy off with a little something, man. Put something in the collection plate. In the forms of a Cash App, in the forms of a Venmo, in the form of a PayPal. You know what I mean? Holla at your boy, man. From a guy with more experience. Do I dish the one who like me, or leave and try some more ish? You should always give, like, first of all, you got to have somewhat of an attraction. It can't just be transactional. You got to have some type of, to an extent, it's a transaction. It needs to be, I'm sounding like Sinful to P, but I think it needs to be some type of attraction. Because after a while, if you got zero attraction with the person that you with, and it's only transactional, you're basically a prostitute. And prostitutes resent the Johns that they're not attracted to. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not attracted to it at all, and she brings you more grief and aggravation than celebration, then let that go. But if you got no major issues, if you got no real problems, rock with what you got. You know what I'm saying? Part of it, it's not only her making you feel good, it's about you watering that relationship so that the relationship is good as well. A lot of times we wait on the significant other to make us feel better with what they do. No, sometimes it feels good to do things for them. Do something that you wouldn't normally do, that you know that needs to be done. Like, whether it be something simple as take out the trash, wipe the toilet down, you know what I mean, cut the grass, whatever, stuff that's annoying, stuff that's aggravating that you don't normally do. Sometimes do it to get the benefit of the positive reaction out of her. And you making her happy, making her smile, that make you smile, y'all feeling good. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of times in relationships, we think it's autonomous and we get a little bit too passive and we just hope things just happen. No. And I said this, I don't know which episode, but it's, you know what I mean? If you go through my archives, I said a relationship is like a garden. A garden can't tend itself. If you just let a garden do what it do, it's going to be all kinds of weeds. The flowers going to get choked out. The fruit going to get eaten by rodents and birds and stuff like that. No, you got to put a cage over the garden. You got to put a hedge around it. You got to pull out the weeds. You got to put the fertilizer, and that's the same thing with a relationship. You got to do the same thing. So it doesn't make sense to leave a perfectly good situation just because, like, why leave the guarantee for the unknown? Why leave the guaranteed victory for the possible win or the possible loss? You already winning. It's like, I'm winning right now, but this winning is boring. So, you know what I mean? Let me open this door. I don't know what's behind this door. It's like those games where I forget. I don't know if it's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I forget which game it is, but you know what I'm saying? You pick like 3 boxes. One box opens up, and it'd be like $1,000. And I say, yo, you can keep this 1,000, or you can open up one of these other boxes. One gift may be way better, or it may not be. There's a possibility it might be better. It's possible it may not be. But we know for a fact you got what's good right in your hands. And sometimes it makes more sense to focus on the good that you have as opposed to taking a gamble on something that you don't even know. So that's my answer. That's very long-winded, but, that's my podcast style. And, I got my microphone upside down. Oh, flip that upside down. And, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm going to put that in one of my chapters, as below, so above. You said I'm a wisdom pot. I'm going to move away from here soon anyway. You said you're going to move away, so that means you're going to move away. You're going to move away from your lady or what? You know what I mean? You got to break it down. What does that mean? Now, if you about to go your separate ways and she not with you and y'all ain't trying to do no long distance, then, you've pretty much answered your own question. Or maybe it could be on a situation where if you're gonna be visiting back from time to time, you know, when you're away, she away, y'all do y'all, whatever. But when you back in town, it's about y'all. But when you leave again, you know what I mean? You do you, she do she. So all of that is determined. A conversation figures all that out. I think the one problem I've been in a relationship for 2 years now, and one of the main problems and situations is lack of conversation. A lot of times, individuals just have to have honest conversations. You have to have a conversation with each other. You have to be honest. If you try to play the field, that's what you want to do. I mean, you give it an opportunity. Like, listen, man, I want to be with you, but I want to do my thing. I'm gonna bring home the disease. Blah blah blah. You just put it out there. See what they say. Sometimes they'll be down with it, and if they're not down with it, she has a right to not be with you if that's where you want to go. It's like before I got my girl, I was out there, man. You know what I'm saying? I had like 7 chicks at the same time. At the right old age of 45, I was still doing my thing. But when I met her, it's like I was seeing a few other women at the same time, but she was the most consistent. She gave me the most attention. She showed the most appreciation when it came down to it. She was just like, yo, you have the permission to sleep with whoever you want, but if you choose to do that, then you can't be with me. So I had a choice. Do I choose all these other thoughts that I was still dealing with, who were very inconsistent, who I didn't really know how they felt or were they still with me? Or do I stick with the one that's way more consistent? You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's perfect. Everybody has their attributes or whatever, but it's beyond, and my girl's beautiful, you know what I'm saying? But it's beyond the physical, you know what I'm saying? Just like I don't got the most muscles, I don't got the biggest, I don't got, what I mean? I got the pot belly or whatever, but even though I got some limitations, I got things that people like. And that's what it comes down to. Like, especially as you get older, you look beyond just only the physical, like I said, and it goes back to what I said at the beginning with you, bone dog. You got to have some type of attraction. So, so my attraction to her was there, and my attraction to her was enough to be like, you know what? I'm going to cut off all these other chicks. And not only was my attraction there for her, but my appreciation with how she treated me, which was even more important than the attraction. But if she weighed like 500 pounds and was just treating me good and just looked like a Gila monster, like every time she woke up, she was like, ah! You know what I'm saying? That's how she yawned in the morning. Ah! No. You still got to turn me on. I still got to have an attraction. She looks good on my arm. She's a cutie pie. You want to see how she look? Look through my YouTube videos. Look through my my last few trips that I posted, like to Utah and to Vegas. And we were doing a lot of traveling, man. We went to Utah recently. Last week we went to Los Angeles, Vegas, Utah, and Arizona. And then this past weekend, we just went to Burlington, Vermont, and Canada. And the Ben and Jerry's, You say I look like a character from GTA 5. Yo, I do look like a character from GTA 5, yo. That's funny. Nico Bellic. No, I think that's Grand Theft Auto 4, but yeah, you get what I mean. But yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you got to be attracted to her, but yo, she also got to adore you, man. You feel me? But we at episode 100. Maybe to more of y'all should be liking this. I got 6 people viewing. Let me get 6 thumbs if that's possible. And like I said, look at my description. If y'all could, hit your boy off, man. You know what I'm saying? Show me a little bit of love. Show me some the love shack is a little, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta hit me with the love shack is a little old place where we can't get together. Love shack. You know what I'm saying? Hit your boy with love, man, because there's a lot of people that be, you know what I mean? You know what? I'm not going down nobody else to boost myself up. I don't think that's necessary. The light doesn't have to shine. You know what I'm saying? The light don't got to mention the dark in order to shine. All the light got to do is shine. So just, the fact that I'm staying consistent, you know what I'm saying? The fact that I got a positive message. The fact that I'm entertaining. What's up, Bar Brand 8001. You know what I mean? This is episode 100, man. And it's crazy. Like, if I didn't get some type, like, if I never got any interaction anytime I ever got online, it would be a lot harder for me to do this consistently Monday through Friday at 4:30 p.m. I was doing this. I was so consistent with this. Hey, what's up, EJ Humble? What up, man? What up, man? What up, EJ? What up, mama? Yeah, that's the. I ain't trying to say your government because you told me not to say it again. Yeah, what's good, man? But yeah, man, if it wasn't for y'all, yo, there's no way I could have kept this consistent. And did 100 different. I got a catalog of 100 different videos under the same brand. Yeah, I've tried different podcasts. I did the light skin perspective. I think we got up to like episode 26. And then my momentary podcast, that's when I was doing it for Dolo. And I would just bring guests here and there. I think I got up to like episode 9 or 10. But this one, you know what I mean? I just managed to maintain, man. I managed to maintain the consistency of the episode. And when you watch through my stuff, like, yo, I be talking, I get real deep, I get real philosophical. And like I always say, I don't have the answers to life. I'm just trying to make you active in a different way of looking at things. That's all. You know, if the way you view things and go about things, you know, maybe from like a monotheistic standpoint or religious standpoint or whatever, you feel like, you know what I'm saying, you in a rut or a dead end. I'm not saying I got the answers, but yo, I'm just opening the window like, yo, it's other, or just showing like a different path. Like, move these leaves out the way. It's a whole other path right here. You know what I'm saying? Move these leaves out the way. Get these vines out the way. You know what I'm saying? Move this dust around a little bit. And you might see like a different way, man. And I've been doing this. I don't think you guys understand. This episode 100, man. You know how many cats get started and just stop? And it's like, not only am I doing the episode, and I can definitely, I've improved the production quality. I got the lapel mics. I got me a whole new phone case, so this look better. I started streaming directly off YouTube, so that the video quality is better. You know what I mean? And it's only going to improve. I think I'm about to get an even better lapel mic. I got this GoPro. I don't even really use like that yet, but I want to figure out how to mount that, to have that off to the side. So I want the GoPro to be really shooting me and whatever, so I could be more interactive on this side. I'm gonna figure it out. I know it's a way to do it because I've used my GoPro where I'm moving it around and I can see the camera of it right here. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. Episode 100, man. Show some love, yo. Now my homeboy Dad, Maryland. We were just talking about something, and I don't really get into it. You don't have to do that. Light doesn't have to talk about the darkness in order to shine more. The light just got to be light. You feel me? The light just has to be the light. That's it. Yo, it's Jesus died for our sins, so you can go. We are all sinners. God sent His only. Hey, yo, you know, more respect to you if you want to evangelize and do that. That's cool, but that's not really like the brand of my page. So I'm gonna remove that. Thank you very much. No, you know, no hard feelings, but I don't proselytize, and I may even use scripture here and there, but the whole, you know what I'm saying, Jesus died for them. There's a lot of saviors that die for their people, right? Is rudimentary, is tired, and I think it's one of the greatest flaws of humanity. It's trying to just adhere to one path, one religion that has been poorly translated over centuries upon centuries upon centuries. And so many people have died over the misunderstandings of various religions. That, yes, I think if you're going to take the core tenets and use it for yourself to be as positive as you can, that's cool. But when you say, yo, I want you to be as positive as I'm being based on this book, and then you start ostracizing people and like taking lives and stuff like that, or condemning people like, well, if you don't believe what I believe, you're going to hell. Nah, yo. Nah, yo. I can't rock with it. I'm good. I'm all set. So, yeah, whenever we get those types of messages in my pod, yo, I just delete it. Nah. I got no tolerance for proselytization. You know what I mean? Now, if you came in and just say, hey, just be positive, we all love each other, without attaching any name or any deity to it, then by all means, it's all about being subtle. See, the thing is, you can spread your message without attaching a name to it, just by leading by example. But see, too many people, they show their hands and then you turn off the potential listener. Dude, you could have came in, whoever just said, like, drop the Jesus quote, you could have came in on some, hey, man, you know, much love, peace and love to everybody, man. Let's upgrade each other, blah, blah, blah. That's the spirit of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? You can show the spirit without necessarily saying the name and saying the word, because there's too much negativity associated with that name. You dig what I'm saying? So why stumble and hinder your brother by using a name? First of all, that's not even his name. On top of that, his name is Yeshua. If we want to get technical, you know what I'm saying? Put the medicine in the food instead of just having the pills laid out. Nobody gonna want to eat the pills, especially when people that try to eat the pills and make them sick, or it's too much to swallow. No, you gotta crush that up, mix it up with the food. Don't just throw your religion. Don't sell religion. Sell you. Sell who you are. And that's what I was trying to tell my homeboy, man, when we had this conversation about the light. The light doesn't have to put down the dark in order to be light. You feel me? But then, you know what I mean? That's a side conversation. We got 13 people watching. Yes, we got a 5th like. Props to the 5th like. Hey, y'all other like 12 people that's watching, y'all gonna let that last person that gave a thumbs up outdo y'all? It's 21 people watching right now. Y'all gonna let all these other people that put the thumbs up outdo y'all, man? Let's make the likes match the viewers. It don't take nothing to push a button. It don't take nothing for you to push a button. It don't, damn. You know, that didn't work because everybody just dropped off. You said one can't exist without the other. What you talking about, E? But yeah, man. Yeah, man, like, so, a matter of fact, you're a rapper, so bump it. I'll tell you what me and Dev was talking about. Oh, showed me this artist that was mad dope, you know what I'm saying, via Instagram. I forget the guy's name. And he just, you know what I'm saying, for every rapper, you know what I'm saying, like the biggest song in the world right now, hip hop, is that Young Miami. To all my boosted chickens up in there, spending that money back, spend that ish, spend that ish. Spend that ish. You know what I mean? That's a big song. So a lot of times people will say, well, yo, I don't write, they'll make a dope hip hop song, but the whole premise of the song is, I'm not like that. We bringing it back. We bringing the real hip hop back, blah, blah, blah. And they just sound real preachy. The lyrics might be dope, but the preachiness is corny, man. You say light cannot, you say, light and dark, you know, so you said one can't exist without the other. I'm going to tell you some deep-ish, I'm going to tell you something super deep. You might disagree, but I'm going to tell you something super deep. Darkness doesn't even exist, brother. What we perceive as darkness is just the light is so low, it seems dark. But darkness don't even exist. Just like nothingness, there's no such thing as nothingness. There's only substance. There's only light. But that's a whole other level, though, brother. We call it darkness, but there's no such thing, man. To say darkness exists is to say that nothingness exists. And it's just impossible, yo. There's always something. There's always light. It may be so dim that we can't see it, but it exists. There's waves and things of that nature. Those are forms of light. There's no such thing as darkness. But yeah, at any rate, so you got rappers. I ain't like Young Miami, you know what I'm saying? This is what I do, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you don't gotta, like, the light never has to mention the darkness in order to be light. The light just need be light. In fact, darkness don't exist. And I think a lot of these artists, you don't gotta come off preachy. All you gotta do is just be you. You say nothingness and darkness are different. I get what you're saying. I'm just more or less using it as a metaphor because I'm a poet. So, and you're a poet too, but I'm speaking in a metaphorical sense, man. I don't believe in darkness. I just don't. I don't believe in either of them. Yes, things are dark. Yes, out of my own human eyes, if the light is so limited, things would appear that I can't see anything. It would appear that it's dark from my untrained, it's from my limited eyeballs, but it don't exist. It's like nothingness doesn't exist. There's only existence. There's only light. There's different variations of existence, and there's different variations of light. But at any rate, when you come off mad preachy with the raps talking about bringing back the hip hop, and I ain't like them, and to me that's like a form of dirty macking. You don't gotta dirty mac in order. Excuse my language, but you don't gotta be a dirty mac in order to attain your hoes. All you gotta be is the flyest, brightest, pimpish mac that you are, and you will obtain that. What up, Hungry Crocodile? You dig what I'm saying? And that's what I feel like the problem is with the preachy hip hop. You don't gotta like say how good you are in comparison to these other artists. You just have to be that. Don't say what you're doing. Just be it. Be it in your rhymes. Don't say I'm this and this. I take care of my kids. No, you don't gotta say that. Be it. Took my son out to the blah blah blah. I took my son to do this. They're doing the homework. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying I'm the father that does this, I'm the father that does the homework. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk about what you are. Talk about what you do. I use a metaphor. As a stand-up comedian, like the better I get, like I'm getting really, really good at writing good jokes without cursing. I'm getting really, really good at writing jokes without, I'm PG-13. I can still be a little sexual, but I'm really, really good at using metaphor and just kind of like coding the language, but still being as passionate so I could perform and get money in way more rooms than the average comedian because my brain just works in a way where I can write certain jokes and be palatable for a wide array of individuals and it doesn't seem corny. Like I ain't gonna call out no comics and all like that, but a lot of comedians that are clean comics, you listen to them and there's just an underlying corniness to their vibe. Like Sinbad wasn't corny. I think even George Wallace, even though he cursed now, but George Wallace ain't corny with it. What up, Dylan? You know what I'm saying? But I think once I cleaned up my act on stage, I made it more palatable, but I'm not preachy. I'm not like, I don't curse like those other comics. I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm just still being energetic. I'm still being passionate. I'm just not cussing. You know what I mean? You said, I would say everything started in darkness and then sound happened. Nah, man. See, that's what me and you, we don't see eye to eye because I don't think there was no beginning. That's the thing. There was no beginning. It always was. There was always substance. There was always sound. There was always existence. There was no beginning. See, the thing is, because we're born, you know what I mean? We can't remember when we're born. Human beings have this horrible flaw of trying to equate things that happen in the universe to their own minimal human experience. And the funny thing is, even we didn't have a beginning because there was sperm and eggs and cells that made us up, that comprised us before we became into this particular form. Yes, this particular human that you see right now had a beginning, so to speak, but it's not even necessarily a beginning. It was just a transformation into what we came into right now. That's not a transformation is not necessarily a beginning. It's a beginning in this particular form. It's not necessarily a beginning. It's just a heartbeat. It's a pulse. But we we cannot fathom or comprehend something always being, because in our mind, we had a beginning point. You know what I mean? That's why we can't count. And I'm okay with it. I see, the thing is, folks, a lot of times they always want the answers. I'm okay with not knowing. I'm okay with coming to a point where, like, yo, I don't have the answer to that. I can't answer it. But I'm excited that there's gonna come a point in time where I'll understand it. And it may not be in this form. I won't remember anything. Anything. I won't remember anything within this form or whatever. But the answer still will be had. You said you don't subscribe to the concept of space and the universe. No, I could dig that. I can dig that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you see, this is a conversation where if you don't subscribe to it, you have to say what you subscribe to, because all that does is make me question. Okay, what is it that you subscribe to? You understand what I'm saying? So, if I had a position, I wouldn't say what I don't see. You're working from a negative. I wouldn't say what I don't subscribe to. I would say what I do subscribe to, because I think that makes for a better conversation. I agree with that. All is mine too. That makes for a better conversation. In improv, the way that you keep the game of improv going is no negatives. It's yes and. You understand what I'm saying? So if you start with a negative, it kind of causes a halt. So instead of saying I don't subscribe to the universe, but I say everything is the mind, all is the mind. You know what I mean? Or the matrix or whatever. You know, I think we see eye to eye. I think it's all semantics. To be honest with you, I think it's semantics. You know, once we get down to it, I believe, honestly, I believe we're all I think it's one soul consciousness, and we all comprise that collective conscious. And what happens is it basically splits apart and just has an infinite amount of experience in infinite amounts of forms. And if you look at that, even the story of the Bible, as far as God, when he created Jesus and the angels and all that, he was just basically creating lower forms of himself or itself to experience different parts of reality. So if you want to get technical, I believe in the collective. That's what I believe in too. But it's just like when I use the Bible as examples, I use the Bible and the scripture as example because, let's face it, 33% of the earth are monotheistic. Actually, 66% are monotheistic. You know what I'm saying? No. What is it? The three major religions are Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. Those are the three big ones. You know what I'm saying? And then everything else. So it's like 3/4 of the earth, 75% of the earth, you know what I mean, is monotheistic. And out of that 75%, 1/3 of it is Christianity. You know what I'm saying? 2/3 of it is Abrahamic. You know what I'm saying? Actually, more than that. No, yeah. They are Islam is Abrahamic. Fucking Judaism is Abrahamic, and Christianity is Abrahamic. You know what I mean? And Christianity splits into Catholicism, blah blah blah, whatever. So sometimes I speak in a vernacular that a lot of people that believe in that type of stuff, they understand. So that's why I'll talk about Jesus. I'll talk about the scriptures. You know what I mean? Blah blah blah. And then I use terms like space and the stars and all that because a lot of people, that's what they understand. Those are the words that they understand. But ultimately, yes, I'm talking about the mind. However, we're all just a beam of divine light. When I shine, you shine, we all shine. And I say we are all star children. They say the same matter that composes us composes the stars, you know, the carbon and all that good stuff. And the main thing that a star does is shine. So your main purpose in reality is to shine. And you shine by being the best at whatever you're interested in. If you're a rapper, you shine. You know what I'm saying? If you're a rapper, you shine as much as you can as a rapper. If you bake cookies, you shine as best you can baking these cookies. If you're a stand-up comic like myself, I shine trying to be the best comedian that I can be. And you know how you say, as above, so below? I'm writing a book, but it's the reverse. I say, as below, so above. Because we know this, like I'm looking at my shoes, my hands, I can see my mind, and I can see myself within. Before I look out, I'm looking within. And there's so many things of us within that are so similar to the things that are without. Instead of trying to focus on the stars, the universe, and all that, let's master us and focus on us. Like you look at they say the lungs look just like trees, and we exchange air between both. They say, what else do they say? I forget what they say the eye looks like. But if you look at the brain, like the brain cells and stuff like that, it looks like different fragmented parts of outer space that you don't believe in. But you get what I'm trying to say. As within, so without. Yeah, exactly. All the clues are right within us. The clues are in nature. I mean, like just the raindrop cycle is the same cycle of human life cycle. You come up like a little piece of sperm, and you're swimming through space, through your mother's womb, and then that sperm hits that egg. The raindrop hits the water. I mean, the raindrop hits the earth. The raindrop fertilizes the earth. Things grow from the raindrop hitting the earth. Human beings grow from the sperm hitting the egg. It's the same concept, bro. And then, the human being is born. They don't got no memories at first, and they come into their consciousness. Then, they middle age, and they start to get old. Their hair falls out. They wither out. They turn to dust. They pass away. But their atoms are still around. Their atoms get redistributed into other things, and the cycle continues, just like water. And 70% of our body is water. I could go on and on. This is a great episode. I'm glad that the bro EJ Humble hopped in, man, so we could build on this, man. Because this is what I am. This is what I'm on, man. Energy never dies. Never. Energy always was. Energy always was. And if energy always was, and matters always was, and that means if energy always was, then light always was. And if all those things are true, that means darkness don't exist, nothingness exists. And with that being said, I had a great time. This is my 100th episode. Like I said, look into my subscription, man. For those, man, I don't mean to beg. Listen, man, hit your boy off, man, so I can raise the elevation of this program. You know what I'm saying? Get out the job piece. Make this the job piece full time during the day. Do my stand-up comedy at night. Make y'all think during the day. Make y'all laugh during the evening. And as I tell all my young and up-and-coming comedians, there is no such thing as writer's block. If the comedy gods have not given you anything new to describe on that page, it is their way of telling you to work out the things they already gave you. Stay away from the nonsense. Stay away from the negativity. Stay away from the gossip. Stay away from the rumors. Stay away from the foolishness. Focus on the funny and lead with love. Life is not something that happens in spite of you. Life is an experience for you to behold, so get to behold it. And with that being said, and all I would say to you, you said dark waters, my brother, the dark waters, I think we're just having a semantical battle as far as this is concerned. I just don't think darkness exists at all. I just think dark is just saying another way of saying like the light is so faint that we just can't see it. But you know what I mean? But if we had a spectrometer and the right materials, man, I don't care how dark it is. We'll see nothing but brilliance and colors and all that. We just don't got the equipment to see it yet, unless you take mushrooms or edibles or something like that. Yo, man, love the conversation. We're going to build. Y'all have yourselves a wonderful, 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 wonderful existence in general. Episode 100, baby. Here's to 100 more. Peace.